From the moment Landman Season 2 opens, everything's changed for Tommy Norris. Monty Miller's death didn't just leave a void at M-Tex Oil. It catapulted Tommy into a world he's never quite been ready for. He's now president of M-Tex, carrying a mountain of responsibility. Tommy Miller leans on him, trying to steady the ship in front of skeptical investors. But for Tommy, the boardroom battle is only half the war. His home life is unraveling too. Angela, his volatile wife, is simmering with old resentments. Their daughter, Ainsley, is growing up fast, and Cooper, his lost son, is hungry for his father's approval and maybe his secrets. Then comes the night that changes everything again. A late call, a funeral, and the news that Tommy's mother, Dorothy, has died. No fanfare, no dramatic reveal, just a phone, a pause, and a silence that feels like an explosion. It's devastating, but even more powerful because it awakens something deeper in Tommy's past. Meanwhile, in a care home far from the Texas oil fields, an old man named T.L. Norris, played by Sam Elliott, watches the sunset from his wheelchair, resisting the staff who tell him to come inside. When he learns of Dorothy's death, he doesn't shed delicate tears. He snarls, he swears, he calls it hell. Grief for him is jagged and full of bitterness. It's in those parallel moments, Tommy receiving the call, TL grappling with loss, that Landman Season 2 plants its emotional core. Their grief is shared, but their history? It's tangled. They've been estranged for years, and now Dorothy's death is pulling them back into each other's orbits, whether they like it or not. For Tommy, facing his father means confronting parts of his childhood he's pushed deep down. Why were they so distant? What went wrong between TL and Dorothy? What became of Tommy's roots? As this season unfolds, we'll see flashes of a younger Tommy, glimpses of the legacy he's trying to outrun. And that legacy, his family, his failures, his unresolved rage, threatens to destabilize everything he's built at M-Tex. But this isn't just about personal reckoning. Tommy can't afford to let grief weaken him. The oil business is ruthless, and power plays are already bubbling under the surface. With Cooper's ambitions, Cammy's pressure, and boardroom whispers growing louder, Tommy must decide, will he lean into his father's help, or will he isolate himself exactly the way he was isolated as a boy? And what about the impact on his family? Angela has barely known Dorothy. Cooper's relationship with his grandmother was fleeting if it existed at all. Now, in the wake of her death, they're forced to ask hard questions. Did Tommy's mother ever love them? Did she choose to leave, or did something tear her away? And can Tommy, with all his scars, finally be the father they deserve? By the end of the premiere, the boardroom drama, the family dinner meltdown, and the quiet grief at the memory care home all converge. The stage is set for a season where power isn't just made in oil fields, it's inherited, fought for, and painfully examined. In short, Landman Season 2 isn't just about surviving in Texas oil. It's about the legacy of blood, loss, and what happens when a man finally has to face